what's the first step? What would you recommend happening from the buyer's perspective once they find kind of a target?
So let's assume that it's a target. We'll assume a few things. One, it's a target, and it's a target who's open to selling, right? If that's the case, if somebody's raised their hand and said, I'm open to selling, is getting a valuation done, whether you understand the numbers and are able to give them data. Coming to somebody like me, I have a lot of people that come to me and say, hey, I'm looking at a deal. Can you do a valuation for us? We'll do it. Other brokers will do the same thing. One place I'd stay away from is I wouldn't go to an accountant to get that done. I have found that the buyer's accountant always tells you it's worth nothing, and the seller's accountant always tells you it's worth millions of dollars, and both are right, depending on what they're looking at. We use comp data, so we use comps of businesses that have sold in the area of similar size, and that's where it should sell for. So oftentimes, getting a third party, there's also evaluation companies that will you can pay them to do a valuation. And I think having somebody on the outside to provide that makes a seller more at ease. That hey, it's not just you saying that, but even backing up a step from there is making sure you got the resources to buy it. But a lot of people come to me and raise their hand, say, I'm interested in this listing. And I'll say, great, how are you going to pay for it? Well, I plan on getting the seller to finance the whole thing, or I'm going to use SBA, or I'm going to do this and this. And they haven't lined that up. It's a competitive landscape out there buying companies.
Right.
I haven't looked at the numbers this year. I think we've sold 20, 22, something like that companies this year. We normally sell 20 to 25 in a year. And I think I have 11 more right now under contract to close before the year end. I'm not saying that to impress anyone, just that there's a lot of activity taking place. And if there's a good business and you're looking at buying it, you need to have your ducks in a row when you get there to buy it. Not, well, I need to start talking to a bank and find out what's going on. If you're going to use SBA financing, go get pre-approved. Get the bank, all your tax returns, all your information so you know what's going on. If not, if you have the cash in a bank, obviously then you're in the driver's seat and that makes things easier. But having those things lined up ahead of time so you know what's going to do.